Jailer was sitting right there watching him as soon as he cleared the fence.
A man escapes from a Midland County jail, only to be found an hour later. Our cameras were rolling as police captured the inmate.
Also, dozens of parents voicing their concerns at Midland Memorial Hospital today. A recent petition prompting this sit-in.
And State Representative Brooks Landgraf filed legislation aimed at preventing domestic violence. Hear how an online database could help protect the public.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, we're Basin Trusted, Basin Proud. This is Local 2 News at 5 in HD.
Good evening, I'm Rebecca Jeffrey in for Stephanie Sobek.
And I'm Horace Brown. It's great to have you with us for Local 2 News at 5.
We begin tonight with exclusive footage of the moment an escaped Midland County inmate is brought down by police and deputies. Dozens of law enforcement officers making sure he was caught quickly. Local 2's Loopy Zapata is tackling this story for us tonight. He joins us live from the newsroom with the latest. Loopy.
It was originally serving time for misdemeanor charges, but after escaping from jail and being on the run for more than an hour, he's now facing some heavy charges tonight.
Jailer was sitting right there watching him as soon as he cleared the fence, so immediate notification was notified that we had an escaped inmate.
36-year-old Jose Borjan tackled to the ground by Midland law enforcement after escaping from the county's jail Thursday afternoon. Chief Deputy Rory McKinney with the Sheriff's Office says it happened in an open area of the jail.
The tent, the recreational area is open, and he jumped the fence. How? I'm not sure. I don't know if he threw something over in order to facilitate his escape.
About 2 hours later, this was the scene at a Midland home where he broke in, completely surprising the homeowners. Police tackling him to the ground as he held a knife.
The officers pursued him. He fell, and he has superficial self-inflicted wounds to his neck area.
Now, after escaping from jail and accidentally stabbing himself in the neck, his original offense, nothing compared to the multiple felony charges he's now facing.
It was traffic tickets and a violation of probation, a misdemeanor.
While Borjan was on the run, several MISD campuses were put on lockdown. Now we're told that no arrests have been made in his escape. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Loopy Zapata, Local 2 News.
Loopy, thank you. Well, you may recall the curious case of a man who died while in the custody of Ector County Sheriff's deputies. Earlier this month, David Maestas was left unattended in a patrol car while officers continued their investigation into some stolen property. Maestas was later found unresponsive and died at Medical Center Hospital. Now, we've since learned that while alone in the car, he wrapped the passenger's seatbelt around his neck. Maestas' body has been sent to Tarrant County for an autopsy.
The trial of Jose Garcia, who was charged of assaulting a peace officer while intoxicated, began on Tuesday. Last April, Garcia collided with a patrol car of Midland police officer Xavier Raymond. He was reported to be driving 93 miles per hour before he hit Garcia, and a ABC of the point of 175 hours after the incident. Today, the jury found Garcia guilty of intoxication assault of a police officer and sentenced him to 2 years confinement.
The 47-year-old cyclist hit by a truck in Odessa, still in critical condition tonight at Midland Memorial Hospital. You remember the bike rider was heading east on the service road of 191 when he was hit by a truck. No charges have been filed for the truck driver. And after getting pulled over for a broken brake light, a man and woman now finding themselves in jail. Told police found 5.5 grams of mushrooms on the couple. During the traffic stop, Odessa police noticed the driver seemed a bit nervous, so they had a canine officer conduct an open-air sniff. After searching the car, police took these two into custody for possession of psilocybin.
A rural town of about 400 people primed for a mini boom after an oil discovery and football glory. Balmorhea, known as the oasis of West Texas, with the crystal clear water flowing through town, now a huge oil find nearby, and high school football state title berth. There's a sense of cautious optimism of good things to come for the city's future.
I think they've got something like 500,000 acres that they have leased and supposedly are drilling. And you can drive around town, you can see where they've already drilled. You can see some of the flares going on.
If we can stay healthy and have a little luck and continue to get better, I feel like we have a real good chance to make another deep run. The community realizes that we have a great opportunity this next year to have another really good team.
Catch the full special assignment, Balmorhea Mini Boom, tonight at 10. Well, the mother of a child who believes the staff of Midland Memorial Hospital lack specialized pediatric training held a sit-in today. The woman got a lot of attention after starting a petition and receiving more than 900 signatures in support of her stance. Parents met at the hospital today to voice their concerns, which Midland Memorial President Russell Myers was on hand to address.
The women who have spoken so far, their theme has been, we've had experiences with the hospital that weren't perfect. We have ideas about how you could make things better, and we want to help you do a better job for our community and our children. And that, I think it's a very fair and reasonable approach.
Myers said that the MMH plans to put together a multidisciplinary team of nurses, parents, and physicians to focus on areas of improvement and serve as an advisory body to the hospital.
Habitat for Humanity is accepting applications for new Habitat homeowners in Midland and Odessa. The application process will run through March 3rd. If you need help filling out any of these applications, there will be a workshop tonight from 5:30 to 7 over at the Habitat offices in Midland. The number of families accepted into the program is dependent on the number of applicants and the amount of funding for that year.
City of Big Spring is looking for volunteers to help in the beautification of the downtown area. The founder and creator of Downtown Garden Project plans to build a community garden and activity center. The group is currently trying to raise funds to help clean up asbestos inside of the activity center building. The cleanup event will be held on March 11th through 12th. For more information, head to our website, yourbasin.com.
Moving to Washington, D.C. now. Last night and today, protesters meeting outside the White House to rally against the withdrawal of protections for transgender people in public schools. President Trump rescinded the Obama administration's guidance on the use of bathrooms by transgender students. Trump's administration believes the Obama-era directive was unclear, led to lawsuits, and the issue is better left to individual states and school systems. Earlier today, Governor Dan Patrick issuing a statement on the administration's decision, saying in part, "We agree with President Trump that this is a state issue, which is why Senator Lois Kolkhorst and I have crafted a state policy, the Texas Privacy Act, which ensures that public schools continue to designate separate restrooms, locker rooms, and showers for boys and girls. Schools will continue to be allowed to determine how they will accommodate students with special needs."
In an effort to prevent domestic violence, State Representative Brooks Landgraf filed Monica's Law today. The legislation would create an online, searchable, and public database listing domestic violence protective orders. Monica's Law was inspired by Monica Deming, who was murdered in her Odessa home by an abusive ex-boyfriend in 2015.
The goal for Monica's Law is to prevent domestic violence through the power of information, and I think if it passes, it's going to save some lives in Texas.
Yeah, that'll work.
Monica's father, John Nielsen, a former OPD officer, believes that if Monica would have access to a database like the one that Landgraf's bill proposes, she would have known her abuser's history of domestic violence. Pecos City Council is very active agenda tonight, from funding requests to splash pad presentations. That's where we find Ryan Martin, who's hiding from the wind inside City Hall. Ryan, understand this looks like the Rodeo Hall of Fame there too.
That is correct, Horace. The Rodeo Hall of Fame currently shares a section of the Chamber of Commerce, and tonight they're hoping to get a $150,000 grant in order to build their own building. But that's not the only thing on the agenda. A presentation on the possibility of bringing a splash pad to the area, as well as approving a littering ordinance to implement a fine for anyone who does litter in the area, and we'll make sure to bring you all the updates as they happen tonight on my Twitter account at rmartintv, as well as our Twitter account at Local 2 News KMID, and our Facebook page and yourbasin.com. For now in Pecos, Ryan Martin, Local 2 News.
Ryan, thanks. All right, let me give this a try. Yeehaw! The Ector County Coliseum has been transformed to host the Odessa College Collegiate Rodeo that kicks off today. This is the second year that OC gets to host the event, which will be in town through Saturday. Our Local 2 News team had the chance to talk with a few cowboys about what it's like to rodeo.
It happens so quick. But like, after you get going for a while, it slows down a little bit, but it's still just like the biggest adrenaline rush you can have.
I separated my shoulder this summer, and that took quite a while to heal and get to where I could ride again. It still isn't 100%. And then
well, performances will begin at 7 p.m. Tickets go on sale an hour beforehand. Admission for adults is $5, while adults over 55 and children under 12 can get their tickets for just $3.
All right, nearly 3 weeks later, Tom Brady's Super Bowl 51 jersey still missing.
Find out what the New England Patriots quarterback is doing to get it back after the break.